Hopefully it's back now. Well, hopefully it's working. Don't know if anyone's still here. Rip stream. Is it not working now? What's happening? Experiencing issues. Okay, good. Seems like it's not working. No? That's so weird. Weird. In the chat is different. Heck. Weird. I think now is it fine? (92 and 0). I was 91 and 0, not 92. I don't get it. It says it's fine. I don't know. Don't know what's wrong. I don't know why is the chat working but then the stream isn't working? That's so weird. You can see it? Oh, I don't know. No one said anything, so I thought something was wrong. Is it fine? Oh, it's fine? Okay. You jackasses. Open a cav? Ooh. I wish. I just got an a laser intercept, so. Whew, too good. A laser cept, exactly. Can't get to the next fight. Oof. Kind of risky to have two scrubs like this on the same path in case they get stuck. Yikes. They seem to be doing okay. Okay. Back to work. Ooh, I have enough to open some crystals. Yay. How is Enzo not number one? Number one for what? Rating? For power rating? How can he be number one? He hardly takes any fights. Ugh. Fail. Man, I've been getting nothing out of the arena crystals lately. Yay. Come on, 225. Damn it. He did get a gold card, that's true. He only had half the number of fights? Yeah. Yeah, less than half. Ooh, come on, 225. Damn it. Oh, well, at least something. At least something. Enzo's number one in our hearts. We do love Enzo. That is true. He is everybody's favorite. Except for Dap, that's true. Dap and Enzo hate each other. Alright, Rob. Have a good night, man. See you tomorrow. No, Enzo's been ripping Dap for a while. Oh, Brian, no, it's a different Amir. Are you kidding me? That Amir is not welcome back. It's a different Amir. I can give you some stuff if you want to make fun of this Amir, though. He died 4 times to a Korg in one fight in his first season. And last season he also had a war where he died like 3 or 4 times and imploded. But in between his implosions, he's really solid. Thanks, Chris. I might. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. That fits. Diablo 2. I remember. I think I played that like a long time ago. Amir Test is not welcome back. I don't think so. He's probably the worst player in the history of the Alliance, I think. Amir doesn't like the second war of the season, that's true. Yeah, he's cool. We all like him. He just can't play the game. Deserving of another shot? You are incorrect, Lizer. I like Amir. Yeah, we've like hung out and stuff. He's a good guy. He just can't do war. That's funny. He's joining Team Bald. That's true. That's true. The Baldies do pretty well. That is a fact. His OGV versus Namor fight. Is that the one where he just stood there getting SB2'd? Where he like didn't even move? That's the one? Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, there's some awesome historical fights. We had a few this season that were really, really cool. Yusafa's magic, just assault is up there. The B-Manny versus Emma fight is up there. I'm sure there's some others. Those are the two that really come to... Oh! TJ versus Terrax is up there. TJ versus Korg is up there. We've had some good ones. Your favorite? Yeah, that's a good one. The magic fight is great. Pretty great. Delithius is demolishing at the hands of Stealth Spidey was pretty good. Delithius getting demolished by Black Widow Deadly Origin is pretty good. Yes, I did roughly, Brian. The units I spent in the video, the 3500, 3520 or something, those are all the 80 unit potions. I didn't keep track of the glory ones, but I didn't use that many of the glory ones. I tried to use only the unit ones. So maybe like 10 of the glory ones, something like that. You didn't check that vid? Oh, it was in every single war video I did this season, so thank you for not watching a single one of the videos. That hurts quite a bit, actually. 44 pots? Okay, that seems reasonable. The spreadsheet at the end, yeah. You ignored that? Yeah, right. That it was not in the recap video. Yeah, that was just a joke. I wasn't gonna put that in. What section of the roadmap? The questing stuff. Yeah. But Brian, so I spent 3,500 units on potions. I spent probably around 1,000 units on the 30 unit boosts, those like 6-hour boosts, and I spent like 900 units on the Red Guardian arena. And I had more units when the season ended than when the season started from doing milestones. Yeah, Dubes, that was just a straight up fuck you from Brian to myself. So yeah, that hurts. Um, Carl, I would have used it had my season been like the #1 rated one, but since it wasn't, I couldn't use it. Wait, is he gonna be stun immune? Yeah. We can still do it. Who cares? The off season, or it's arena. I mean. Jesus Christ. Not reading that. Hopefully only do 1/3 the number of fights. Oh, you'll get quite a few fights. I have faith. You want at least 80 fights. I think 80 is the number at which, like, is respectable. Unless you're taking, like, the hardest fights. I think BG3 is going to be kind of interesting. I think we're going to have a few people who have, like, no chance to even get 40 fights. But a lot of the units I spent though were a complete waste, like healing Corvus. So I could have saved a couple thousand units. A lot of the boosts and potions were what I knew they were a waste. I just, because I had the perfect season going, I didn't want to risk it. A Brian versus Dream in power rating battle. He can't touch me in power ratings. How to off-season wars? I don't know. I think we're just gonna look at it basically. Can do the same path as yeah. Follow the Enzo paths. That's a good idea. Hope Clown benches you. He's not gonna bench you. I actually put out some betting lines yesterday on BG3 on who was gonna lead BG3 in power ratings. Of course, it's really early. We haven't seen the map yet, but just for fun, some early betting lines. I had Bryn as the number 1 because he's the favorite. And then I had Legacy at number 2. It'd be pretty surprising for anyone else to finish number 1, except for those 2. Are we going for top 3? We're gonna try. You don't recruit Brian Grant and then not go for top 3. That's kind of ridiculous. So we are gonna try. You know, Lizer didn't come here to finish 4th, so hopefully we can do it. It's been a while. Coaching all these heavy hitters. I don't think I'd call Lizer a heavy hitter, but it was more like, oh, I want to play with my friend. Haters, get my friend in the alliance. That's pretty much how that went. I know she doesn't qualify in any way, but, you know. Just here for map 7 and Elite Master rewards. Oh, man. You're here for first? Yeah, there we go. You saw how Lizer stepped up against Kenobi. She's ready. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for the season. The work in progress? Or, not what's up. I meant to say goodnight. In my mind, I said goodnight. And then out loud, I did not say goodnight. I said, what's up? Anyone know a map 7 alliance that doesn't spend on war and would let someone in with a 10-6 prestige? No. 10-6? That's worse than Lizer. Jesus Christ. Alright, Tage, have a good night, man. You won't be doing duels, won't be boosting my Papa Potion. I think I did like 4 duels this past season. I believe. 4 or 5 total. So dueling is pretty overrated. Thanks, Honorog. All the best. Should be fun. Should be fun. Look at that. Played this fight like Yusafa played with Magic. You probably did 5 to 10 duels of war? Holy smokes. Yeah, that's more than I did last season. And I was way better than you. I quaked Invisible Woman PWF, either the last war or the war before, on the node where you lost your perfect season. It was so easy. I don't know how you died to her. Scarlet Witch is going to be available as a 6-star? We'll see. I have no idea. You dueled a lot when you took war seriously? Yeah, but you were like next level. Your consistency was what stood out like above all else. Warlock is pretty great. Search for Scarlet Witch, what does that mean? Oh, their dueling system? They have every character. Yeah, that's not any... That doesn't mean that that champ is coming. It's not prestige metal, bro, because there's masteries. They don't have... Well, I mean, they're working on every character. Like, he will be there at some point. The dual targets, yeah, they do. They have some masteries. Because the prestige isn't accurate on them. It's higher, so that's what shows. That shows you that there's some masteries, like just some basic ones. Yeah, the dueling thing is nice. Alright, A+ fighting right there. For that 6-star Deadpool. Wow, this is not great bleed RNG. What was Jugs thinking? I don't know. But he wasn't gonna win. What's up, Manny? How you doing? Coincidentally, all the people I praised in my video are popping up in the stream today. That's the only reason I came. Oh, I know that. I know that. You haven't seen it yet? Yeah, it's interesting, Manny. When I originally was thinking just kind of off the top of my head, before I went and like looked at all the numbers, I wasn't expecting you to be there at all. But when we went through the numbers, because of some of the difficulties, like the fight rating difficulties, you ended up being way up there in a couple seasons, which was kind of interesting. I like the like historical power rating stuff. I know most people don't care about it, but I thought it was cool. Used to close out each war. Yeah, one of the seasons he took 12 bosses. He took 12 bosses and he took node 29 10 times. Is that an insult or a compliment? That's a compliment. What are you talking about? Because, so, here's the thing. Dubes completely, like, messes up the stats. Because most people, like, literally everyone except him, if they get a lot of hard fights, they end up dying more. And the people that get easier fights, like, if you give a good player easier fights, they're probably not going to die much. But he took, like, super hard fights and never died. And so he like would be, if you like tried to make a chart, he would be kind of off the scale. So he like really screws up a lot of the data. Like there's some Tater seasons that were actually like really solid, but it's like, well, you're taking the same fights as this guy. He dies once, you died 7 times. Like how can how can I include you? I thought about actually just not including Dubes at all and just saying he's kind of off the grid. He really does. It made it like it made it kind of difficult. Cuz like even your like best seasons, Manny, like statistically because Dubes just never died. Like he had the same crazy difficulty, almost the same. He didn't have as many bosses. But he also had the crazy fight difficulties as you, but he just never died, which is which no one else could do. And it really like made the numbers hard to really gauge. Less main bosses during that time. First few seasons, I did every single one. Then Nick came along. Yeah, Nick was also really great. He was pretty similar. He made the top 10 as well. He's historically he's probably the most kind of underrated, underappreciated person we've had because he's always been like really, really great. But people don't talk about him as much. But his stats also were off the charts in some of the seasons. Yeah, but he didn't talk that much, and he He never had like a crazy high amount of fights, but he was always really, really good. Because he could also take the harder fights. Because it was good that you guys could share it. Because B Manny had to do it all himself, basically. Until, you know, Carl came along. Yeah, his videos were good too, yeah. Because back then there was 3 nodes, 29, 30, and the boss. And so BG2 struggled so much back then because B Manny couldn't take 29 and 30, right? You can't take both. You can only take one. And so the one that he didn't take, they would always get destroyed on. And so until the nodes kind of went away. And then BG2 got pretty good. But Manny never had a number 2. But BG1 had 2 guys with Dubes and with Nick, who were both really, really good. What was node 30? I think that was like all or nothing and something else. But those were the 2 like hard nodes. You used to take 30? Yeah. I mean, I would occasionally take one of them, but not that often. All or nothing plagued mind. Yeah. But those were the 2 like really tough ones. What was the lowest death total for BG in a season? I wonder. I don't know. I don't have that data. I had the power rating data for each season. But I would guess it would be season 6 BG1 because that's when you had 1 death, Dubes had 0, Nick had 0, I believe. Let me look. I can actually look at that right now. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, you had 1 death, Dubes had 0. Mo Battle Chips only had 3, Nick had 0. Yeah, I'm guessing that would be the best because you guys only had 1, 4, 11, 14, 18, 23, 20, only 26. So that's only 2.5 per war, which is pretty good. Damn Kingpin. What's up, Skull Forger? But yeah, that's probably the lowest. The funny thing that season, actually, in season 6, the entire alliance only had 108 deaths, which is, you know, what, 12, which is 9 per war for the whole alliance, which is really, really great. But we had 1 person who died 11 times. And that was One Punch Man. So he had over 10% of our deaths, and he's really good. So that was kind of weird. Yep, Path 7 buffet. That's right. I think the first node on Path 7 was buffet, and then the last one is masochism. But I had Taters go back and find the average difficulty rating the way we do it now for the good past seasons. That's where I got my data from. He had to do a lot of work. Which is okay, that's what he's here for. He does love me, that's true. Thank you. We haven't won yet. We just beat one team. We'll gotta beat. We got a really tough round 2 with Metal Sonic Dude and Swidia. Hopefully we can take them out, but that's gonna be a tough one. They're probably not gonna do as poorly as the team we faced in round 1. When is round 2? It's this week. We're gonna go Friday. Because that's when Bryn is available. We need to win. We do need to win, but hopefully I don't play like shit like last time. Don't know why I'm having him, but I'm gonna change it up. Definitely. Wow, he resisted both. I see that every day. Where's the bracket? Super Gaming tweeted it. You have faith in me? More on Bryn. That's funny. The Kabam guys are still in it too. If we win against Legacy, then we... Or sorry, we already beat him. If we win against MSD, then we face... Possibly, if they win, the Kabam team. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, he posted a small video. Let me see if I can pull up the bracket. I think it's in our... it's in the chat. Here we go. Oh. Yeah. There we go. So this is the round 2 bracket. It's J-Rock versus A-Rob. I would say A-Rob is probably a small favorite. I don't know Doc. So not sure there. I'd probably favor Kabam in this one. And then we're probably underdogs. MSD is probably the favorite. But yeah, pretty interesting. How was it decided? It was random. The bracket itself was just random. And then it's just a bracket. So it's just whatever's there. Up Dakota, easier to do matches simultaneously. Yeah, I mean the problem is like Bryn, you know, works full time and has a wife and kids, so he can't just do it whenever. Like, I mean I could, but he can't. So we just do it when he's available. Most people can't just, right, exactly, yeah. So you get the full week. But it's been fun. I mean, the first round was fun. We had the best performance, despite my epic choke job. Yeah, I think Frojo did something, like, at least to have him and his partner. Bryn doesn't stream, though, so I don't know how I could do that. Is my team going to be the same? No. Definitely not. Why are they not using their real accounts? Because they're in alliances. And that stuff isn't public. Who am I replacing? Aegon. I'm not bringing Aegon again. You don't understand the harm? I think they don't want, like, alliances to know when the Kabam employees are, like, in their alliances. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's just... They've always done that. I guess they don't want them to get, like, harassed in their alliance and stuff. Five-star Corvus? You know, it's funny. I did consider that. But it's going to be either Morningstar. Most likely it's going to be Morningstar, Guillotine, Corvus. But I might give consideration to Venom the Duck. So that's possible. I'm leaning Morningstar, but I think Venom the Duck is worth at least considering. The problem is, with the advantage with Morningstar is she has a nice synergy with Guillotine. And it wouldn't be two of the same class. So... Well, they didn't use a stacked account. I think they both said that they were only using champs that they both have on their rosters. They could leave alliance, but I mean, do you want to leave your alliance? Like, I wouldn't want to leave my alliance. Well, I don't work for Kabam. It doesn't matter if there's nothing for people to, like, find out about me. Yeah, it's cool that they participated, yeah. I mean, one of the guys was talking about using his, like, 6-star generic gem, so that means he's done Abyss. Where's Panda Man, Peter, Enzo? They're both in BG3. Get that crit rating up. Try to make this fight as long as possible. I mean, yeah, they obviously knew what they were doing. Like, one of them was, one of them was quaking fights in room 10, room 11. Like, no one, is doing that if they're not good players. What's up, Danny? How many Kabam can play like them? There's probably a few. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are really good, some that like play casually, some that like barely play. One day closer to spending with Enzo? That's right. I never had OG Thor when he was like crazy. About 5 to 10. Yeah, that makes sense. That seems reasonable. They're definitely not like all that good. But I mean, they got to the same room as Legacy and DT, who are, hot top end players, so. Enzo's Live War, yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, I didn't even get Thor, I didn't get Scarlet Witch until after 12.0. Yeah, Incursions has a lot of RNG. You can get hosed by a matchup. Who does recruiting? I think B-Manny is the official person. How long have I been playing? A long time. 4.5 years, 5 years, I don't know. I didn't play seriously until 12.0. Because I didn't have Scarlet Witch and there was no point in playing if you didn't have Scarlet Witch. So 12.0 is when I like really got into the game. Carl, are you asking for yourself or for a friend? Or just randomly? It's sad to see a prestige dip. It is. It is. We brought in 2 really, really low ones. But that's all right. Started playing in May 2017. That's not that long ago. All right, Brian, have a good night, man. No, I think 12.0 was in March, wasn't it? Yeah, I had no idea what happened either. I just remember I remember people in my alliance talking about like make sure like your hero rating is something by like this point, this day, and I had like no clue what they were talking about. And mine wasn't that high. So I didn't get like the 5-star awakening gem or anything. No point in playing without Scarlet Witch. I didn't have her. So if you didn't have Scarlet Witch, you were useless. Because the game was 1 champion back then. Curious who to send your resume to. Your resume is pretty weak these days, Carl. What's your biggest claim to fame? Once finished 6th in power ratings? Not that impressive. But the reason how I discovered YouTube was Doctor Strange got nerfed. And he started taking block damage on parries or on blocks when he had his armor. And I was like, what is happening? So I started Googling it and found Seaton's videos. So started watching that, and that's how I learned about, like really learned about the game. Legends run for book 2? We'll have to see. If there's rewards and stuff, and it looks interesting, yeah. I'd rather not do a Legends run, because it's not as fun. I mean, the Legends run itself is fun, but I'd rather, like, go through the content slower. But maybe. We'll have to see what it is. BG got you into MCOC? Yeah. He was the second person I subbed to. And then Joel was number 3. It took me a little longer to sub to Joel because he played music on his streams. And I really dislike music on streams. If you play music on your stream and I watch you, that means like I really like you. You were pretty casual? Aren't you still pretty casual, Carl? Another invitation? That's 2. Oh, wait, this is the same alliance. Boo. Oh, why is no one fighting this rhino? Who are all these pansies over here? Let's take a look so we can embarrass them. There's TJ, and there's Taters. Ooh. 2 wusses. Who was the first? Who was the first what? Ooh, unblockable. That protective shielding. Oh, they're still there. Oh, I was gonna make it so my SP2 doesn't work. Gonna have to SP3 it. Oh, what? That's BS. Oh, Seaton. Seaton was the first one I started watching. Ooh, damn, that didn't kill him. Alright, J-Money, have a good night. Had music and on-screen chat? Yeah, the music always bothered me. I don't like it. Alright. Let's see if I can get some units. Come on, 225. Damn it. Super Gaming Family? I never watched them, no. Ugh. Yuck. Better than Amir? You're barely better than Amir. Alright, that'll do it for tonight, though. Should be back tomorrow afternoon at some point. There's like a long maintenance tomorrow night, so I won't stream tomorrow night. I guess they're putting in like the new war map. But I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, probably, maybe. And yeah, that'll do it for today. Thanks to everyone who stopped by, and I'll see you guys later.